Hey guys, it's Brock with BAM again. We just finished up another project. It's a very nice privacy fence, and there's several things I want to talk about on this particular one. First, I'm going to talk about the choice of the lumber. This is pre-stained cedar. Now, if you've watched other videos, you'll see how adamant I am about staining. It's very important. And these come pre-stained. They run these boards through a conveyor belt and they soak them in the stain, and so it absorbs it all the way around the board. And the stain lasts, the color it holds for a long time. So I built some 5 years ago that are still, they faded a little bit, but they still have the dark color to them. Now, another thing, it's cedar. I like using cedar. It's a better quality wood, but it is more expensive. So the next thing I want to talk about is the style we went with. This is a board on board. You can see it gives it dimension. And the main thing this customer wanted with the board on board was to have no cracks. Normally the boards are butted up to each other. You can have little cracks in between them. And one, he wanted 100% privacy. And two, he wanted to prevent his dog from seeing through to see, squirrels and whatnot and freak out and try to dig out of the fence. So another great thing about this project is the gate. Now you can have the best fence in the world, but if you don't have a great gate to go with it, then you're not going to be happy overall. Now all my gates at every job, I custom build them. And I take the 1.5 inch square tubing and I get all my measurements and I weld it together. And you see I have this cross brace here that will prevent the gate from sagging over time. And the hinges I use, they're adjustable. And as you can see, the gate just opens very nice. It's very light. And something else you can notice too is, you have the runners on the fence, but I don't put it on the gate frame. I just screw the pickets directly into the metal, and it makes for a lighter gate. So it will prevent sagging. You want to keep them as light as possible. So this particular customer has a dog that likes to get out. And so what we did right here at the gate was, all this is concrete. It's a foot thick of concrete, and it will prevent him from being able to dig out. So that's another thing that we did in this gate area. That's always an option. To further prevent the dog from digging out, what we did was we trenched along the whole perimeter of the fence. We dug down about 1 foot. And this bottom runner, we typically use a 2x6, but on this job we used a 2x12. And we buried this 2x12 6 inches underground, and we did it to help prevent the dog from just being able to dig out. He can just dig and dig and dig, and it's just bored. So he would have to dig for days to be able to get out. This will discourage him, and it will highly prevent him from being able to dig out. So what you're looking at is a total of approximately 375 foot of privacy fence. And when we got in, we had to remove all the old fencing, and it had a lot of brush. And the project took us a total of 4 days to complete from start to finish. And we are now wrapping up. We're completely finished with the fence. And the only thing I have left to do is stain this deck that was here before. We're staining it to match the fence.